Hello, I'm Sebastian. Welcome to 9 Trees podcast. Today, I will summarize and review the book. The AI-Savvy Job Seeker, Transform Your LinkedIn Profile and Outshine the Competition by Dumas is a practical guide for professionals who want to use modern AI tools and smarter positioning to stand out in a crowded hiring market. Built around LinkedIn as the central platform for discovery, credibility, and networking, the book focuses on how recruiters search, how algorithms surface profiles, and how candidates can present a clear, compelling brand without sounding generic. Rather than treating AI as a shortcut, it frames AI as an assistant for planning, drafting, and refining, while keeping the job seeker responsible for accuracy, authenticity, and strategy. Readers can expect step-by-step direction on optimizing core profile sections, clarifying target roles, and translating experience into outcomes that hiring managers recognize. The overall promise is straightforward. Make your profile easier to find, easier to trust, and easier to remember, then use that foundation to generate better conversations, stronger referrals, and more interviews. I will give you key takeaways from this book. Firstly, clarifying your target role and value proposition. A strong LinkedIn profile starts before any writing begins, with a clear definition of the role you want and the problems you solve. The book emphasizes narrowing your focus, so your profile reads like a solution for a specific type of employer, not a general summary of everything you have done. This involves identifying target job titles, industries, and seniority levels, then translating your experience into a consistent narrative that supports that direction. The value proposition is the anchor, what you help organizations achieve, how you do it, and what makes you credible. AI can assist by brainstorming role-aligned keywords, mapping your achievements to common responsibilities, and testing alternative positioning statements, but the reader is encouraged to validate every claim and keep language grounded in real outcomes. By choosing a clear lane, you make it easier for recruiters to match you to openings, for hiring managers to understand impact quickly, and for your network to refer you with confidence. This topic sets the strategic foundation for every section that follows. Secondly, building a recruiter-friendly profile structure. The book highlights how LinkedIn functions as both a human-readable resume and a search database, meaning structure matters as much as style. It walks through the key sections that influence first impressions and search visibility, such as the headline, about section, experience entries, skills, and featured content. The goal is to create a profile that communicates your niche quickly, supports it with evidence, and uses the terms recruiters actually search for. AI is positioned as a drafting partner that can help rewrite dense job descriptions into concise, outcome-focused bullets and suggest variations of headlines that balance clarity with keyword coverage. At the same time, the guidance keeps the reader focused on accuracy and professional tone, avoiding exaggerated claims or vague buzzwords that reduce trust. The result is a profile that reads cleanly on mobile, highlights measurable impact where possible, and reduces friction for decision-makers. This topic also reinforces consistency across sections, so your profile tells one coherent story rather than a collection of unrelated roles. Thirdly, using AI to write better without sounding like AI, a core promise of the book is helping job seekers benefit from AI while still sounding authentic and specific. It explains that AI can quickly generate drafts, alternatives, and keyword ideas, but that raw outputs often feel generic, over-polished, or misaligned with your actual experience. The guidance centers on treating AI as a collaborator. You provide context, constraints, and examples, then refine the results with your voice and facts. Practical uses include converting accomplishments into impact statements, tailoring summaries to different target roles, and tightening language to reduce filler. The book also addresses common risks, such as accidentally introducing incorrect details, copying template phrases that look identical across many profiles, or using language that triggers skepticism. The emphasis is on specificity, measurable outcomes, and concrete proof points, which AI can help surface if you feed it the right inputs. Readers learn to iterate, draft, evaluate, add real data, and rewrite until the profile feels human, credible, and aligned with their career goals. Fourthly, increasing visibility through keywords and search behavior. LinkedIn discovery depends heavily on how recruiters search and how the platform indexes profile information. The book focuses on keyword strategy that supports both findability and readability, encouraging readers to think in terms of the exact phrases used in job descriptions, recruiter queries, and industry norms. It outlines where keywords matter most, including the headline, about section, experience descriptions, skills list, and role titles, and it stresses natural placement rather than awkward repetition. AI can accelerate this work by extracting common terms from target postings, clustering them into themes, and helping you prioritize which ones fit your actual background. The book also connects keyword use to credibility, explaining that keywords should be backed by examples or achievements, not just listed. Beyond keywords, it points to signals that influence profile performance, such as completeness, consistency, and recent activity. The takeaway is that visibility is not luck. It is the result of aligning your profile language with how hiring teams search while still telling a persuasive professional story. Lastly, turning an optimized profile into interviews and opportunities, an improved LinkedIn profile is only valuable if it leads to real conversations, referrals, and interviews. The book frames the profile as a landing page that supports outreach, networking, and credibility when someone checks you after receiving a message or referral. It covers how to use your updated positioning to guide actions such as connecting with relevant professionals, engaging with content in your field, and presenting yourself consistently across messages and profile sections. AI can help draft outreach messages, follow-ups, and networking notes, but the guidance stresses personalization and respect for the recipient, avoiding spam-like templates. The book also encourages readers to use proof elements, such as featured work samples, measurable wins, and clear role alignment, so that when someone visits the profile, the case for hiring you is easy to understand. This topic connects strategy to execution. Define the target, optimize the profile, then use it actively to create momentum. The overall focus is on sustainable career building rather than one-time profile polishing. In conclusion, this book is best suited for job seekers, career changers, and professionals who know LinkedIn matters but feel unsure how to translate their experience into a profile that attracts the right attention. It is also useful for people who are curious about AI tools yet want to use them responsibly, without sacrificing authenticity or accuracy. The main life benefit comes from clarity and control. You learn to define a target direction, communicate your value in plain language, and reduce the anxiety that comes from an unfocused or outdated professional presence. A stronger profile can lead to more inbound recruiter messages, better quality networking conversations, and faster progress toward interviews, because your story is easier to understand and verify. Compared with similar LinkedIn or job search books, the distinguishing value is its practical integration of AI as a workflow enhancer, not a gimmick. It helps readers move from blank page frustration to iterative improvement while keeping the emphasis on strategy, ethics, and credibility. For buyers, that combination makes it a worthwhile purchase because it can save time, sharpen positioning, and increase opportunity flow in a competitive market. If you would like to support Michel Dumas, you can buy the book through the Amazon link I've provided in the podcast description. After reading the book, please let me know what you think and share your thoughts. See you around.